Hey guys, Sabrefox91o here. As you can see, we are here in Paracel Storm, a favorite for so many people due to the fact that it's very open, long range, and you can hide like a little bitch. But anyway, on this map I'll be covering the basic guides for it and also some overview maps of it and giving some recommended spots and places where you expect people. Now, I'm going to start on China, and also guys, I will link a description below of my nade spots. It will also help you a lot. But let's jump right into it. Now, starting with the Chinese, here on the left side, also known as the ocean side, there are two ways you can push up onto this side, or basically hold it yourself. I believe on this side, the best defense is an offense. So I'm going to be covering the offense and defense basically on this one side now. When you want to push up here, you want to make sure to basically use these trenches to your ability at all time. And when you do push up from your spawn, make sure you spam your spot key so you can see the enemies coming towards you at all times, and you have an eye on them in the trenches. Once you're on the trenches and the enemy are on the trenches as well, remember to make use of your grenades because they can help you so much in clearing the enemy, or at least scaring them off out of their positions. Usually positions where people like to hide is in that little trench stairs there, or those containers in the right side. You do get sometimes if people like to go for a little swim, but that's a bit of a suicide pusher. I would not suggest that. And also when you are pushing here, always make sure to use your cover to the best of your ability, making sure each area section is clear and pushing up. There would at least be two people on the side unless they do a different strategy using more than one or two. So be careful when you do clear them out. And then once you did push the the bomb, I would suggest moving on to the spawn side, keeping them in their spawn, or using this little ocean side here to your advantage for a bit of a hitless position. Now when you are defending here in the middle area, you must be careful because it's a very wide open area and you can be taken out from the left side and the right side. This map is very open and it can be a very disadvantage for you. Also the fact because people can rat and flank you so openly in this map. Now when you're defending in the middle area, using this building over here is a good essential because it's basically multi-floors and you can have a nice overview of the whole area. But be careful because the more you can see, it means they can see you as well. And also basically, when you are pushing up towards here, do expect enemies either in this area in the basketball court or behind that cover there. There's a little jump up there that you can use just to peek over. Remember, these little woods, you see the little gaps, you can see people sometimes move through them. And remember, if you do see someone, just pop them because the bullets will go through and eventually it will take out the cover. And here on the right side of the middle area, you also want to use this building to your advantage as well. This building on the right side is a better cover. And you can basically see people pushing from the middle area and also to the right, while also moving down here to help your team from the right side as well. It's also basically better to move through because you have a lot of cover to help you escape or to move to the next flag, or if your friendlies do go down and hold back for a spawn. Now here on the far right side, it's also a very open area. I'm just going to keep saying it's an open area because it's an open map, so please bear with me when I keep saying that. But in any case, there's a lot of containers to use to your advantage, but to your advantage means it can also be to their advantage. So be careful because people can hide in these containers, like in between here, using there, or even this container you can close the door. But also, when you're pushing here to the right side, it's a very open area. I like to refer to it as metal due to this big metal fan. Be careful because the enemies can also push further than you on the right side. So do expect people to push far wide and holding a bit of a defensive position if you want to push up. But I would suggest holding it back, getting the pick first, and then calling your team so you can make up the maneuver or flank them if the spot's open for you. Good position if you want to defend from is basically this position here at the back, using little hit glitch position here. It's a bit of a cover for you as well, but you can see from the right side and also the left. But be careful because people from there can shoot you if they do push up that far. And another position, if you wanted to play defensively, is this cover over here. Just popping it here, waiting for anybody to come close and just pop them, getting them down quick as possible. Wait for them to at least be in the open, and when they think it's clear, then you just pop it and take them down. Now then, as you can see here, we have a bit of a defensive lineup here. One here at the far back, just on Charlie's side, watching the stairs coming up there, or straight up front. And then you have the one in the boarding watching the left side, and on the side of the basketball court. And one here in the middle with a side container, watching the basketball court from the underside, and from the top side, watching the right side. And another one here in the right side boarding, watching the basketball court, straight in front of them, a little boarding over there, and to the right when people try to push from the bushes. And then you have one here far on the right side on the beach side, watching if the crossover if someone does try to flank, basically hiding there. And if the red is a bit of a more of a offensive push, or offensive defense. Yeah, the guy is basically a bit more pushed up. And remember, these arrows are also indicators where you can push once you've taken down your target, so just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, you're basically watching the ocean side, watching the trenches, and watching on the right side of the blue container. And another one in the boarding have an overwatch position watching container, and also then the basketball courts, and one against the basketball court, basically supporting and taking out anybody who tries to get the bomb. As you can see, it goes to the boarding and straight across the basketball court as well. And we have the one in the right side here, watching an overview, basically helping us two frame rates here, either straight or to the right side, and then the one here, I'm basically holding it back, or you can push if it gets the brick down by the metal here, or here with containers. Now overall, on this map, from the China side, what I suggest, when it comes to attacking, the only logical thing to do is basically get the picks down from your cover, and then once the gap is open, let your teammates on that side push up the gap. The enemy team will then freak out and then shift their players, leaving gaps on the right side if you did take alpha. Then your team can flank around from the Charlie side while your team is also on alpha itself. Basically sandwiching them in and taking them out from both sides. And it works vice versa for our side. If you do get the first picks on Charlie's side and the bomb is going towards there, they will start shifting towards it, but do expect someone to hold back and check you. The radio tower there is a very good cover area for the enemy to defend, but it can also work very good for you when you're attacking. So yeah, but for instance, if they're out defending, expect people to be on this sandbags here, to the rocks there to the side, or even here at the back on the Bravo bomb. But when you are attacking and you got the bomb down in a bit of a spawn rep situation, I would suggest pushing up here to the right side. You can't go all the way because of the red zone. If you feel frisky, you can constantly just peek in the red zone and you keep going back. But keep the enemy on their toes, basically in their spawn at all times when possible. Now for the US. On the US side, on ocean side, and it's basically the same when pushing from the China side. Basically, you have to make sure you use this cover to your best advantage, but do expect them to have a bit of a better cover from their side. So I would suggest going to this building here, or the tower. See if you can spot them first, and if you do see a bit of a clear, jump down, and then move towards your target. Remember to spot them when you do go over that mountain there, so you know where they are at all times. Where to expect people when you are defending or pushing the side. There's either three areas there would be. One is in these stairs over here, by those rocks over there, and then another one in the building to the left there. Now remember, when you do push up, I would suggest using your grenades. The maximum range for when it comes to grenades, it's about 36 meters. So if you can basically get that distance in your head, it will help you a lot later on in games. Basically, you're painting a picture and where to be. Later on, the height will just come naturally to you, so it will help you as well. Now, when you push up here, you want to push it up stairs for stairs at a time. You don't want to just rush in because it leaves a lot of open gap at the top for what you did not see. Basically, leaving the enemy spots for you to push you. So do it basically by stairs at a time, checking each section, seeing if they're at the stairs there. If not, then push up, peeking each corner constantly. Moving up, checking section for section at all times, and then pushing up as all. And then once you have made your push up and you've taken in the enemy on the right side flank, this right side is a very good area to hide and to get them down. One basic place that people love to go is this little tower here. Basically just hiding in here, waiting for enemy just to basically pop there, and all you do is just look up and take them out. And from here, you can also defend and attack with Charlie Bomb as well. So this right side is very important when it comes to attacking and defending the flag. Oh, bomb side, excuse me. Now here in the middle area for the US, it's a bit of a very tricky situation. You do have a lot of cover, but they do have a bit of a better high ground position when it comes to the buildings over there. So, like I said, use this to your advantage, but do expect them to shoot through this because it doesn't help much. It's kind of useless, but it helps with a bit of a nice sneak attack if they didn't see you through these little gaps. Making use of the basketball courts is very good at all times. Basically, making use this as your cover and then pushing up. But do be careful when you stand next to these, because they will blow up, and it's not going to be pretty once it does. Now, also this building here to your this other side over here, it's a good place to hide. But then again, with that, there's no cover left, so it's also kind of pointless, and it's very situational in a lost situation. But if you do see someone running in there, remember there are explosives on both sides, so use them to your advantage as well. And here in the middle left side area, the bushes is basically your cover when it comes to pushing up. So make sure you push up towards these containers to help you take the enemy team out, and then hiding or then flanking, basically using each section for section to push up. Where you will be expecting people when I push in the middle, it's either right there in the building, to the building there, or if they push up straight to this here. And very seldom I actually got people pushing up to this little piece here due to lack of cover, because you can just basically shoot right through it. But yeah, do expect people there as well. Now when you are pushing in the far left side on Charlie from the US side, you have a bit of a better cover situation. For instance, this wood blocks over here, you can basically jump on them and then see the enemy come there. But you are open from the right side, so do remember that. But you do have these boxes to help you cover when you want to move up and attack or defend. Places where people will usually be is either behind those containers there, pushed up towards that container, or to the containers to your right. And definitely you will find someone behind those crates there. So remember to use the cover at all times. And remember, there's some places where you can actually jump up to and use to your advantage. So remember to use that as well. Little peak spots. And as you can see, we have another bit of a defensive push here. Holding it here in the trenches on the left side. Everyone here near the blue container at the back. Basically watching the same areas as the previous one. Making sure nobody pushes up towards them. And here at the back of the basketball court, and that little jump over where you can head glitch over the wooden fence. Everyone here far back on the radio tower at the top, watching and supporting a strike, the middle area of the basketball court, and to the far left side of him. Evan the one on the far left side of the back on the top of the mountainside, watching all directions what's come towards him. And now here, one of my favorites is the bit more of aggressive push. Basically pushing up straight into the trenches, clearing every section of the trench area around him. Evan is the teammate to the left, watching the Overwatch building, or in front of him. Evan, you have the one basically at the back, making sure the basketball court is secure, and one in the radius are also a bit more forward, but also making sure the middle area is covered at all times, making sure no one can flank the left side or the right side. Evan, your right side here is a bit pushed up, but also playing it defensively, making sure he can get that pick without getting himself killed. Now again, when it comes to attacking from the US side, and also the China side, remember to get your picks down at all times and call it for your team so they know. Once you push onto a bomb site, remember to call, okay, the bomb site is open. Only after you have secured the area and made sure it's open. But then people do constantly move, so when you do call it open, a few seconds later they might pop someone up. So remember to stay alert at all times and keeping an eye on their spawn or on the open flanks. Now the best area to push up, I would suggest from the US side, is either in the middle or on the far right alpha. If you are lucky, you might get a flank on the left side, but it's mostly usually a one-on-one situation on the left side. You'll find more people in the middle or on the far right side by the Charlie side for US, or the Alpha side, Charlie side for the China, or for the Alpha side for the US. So the most numbers is basically on the ocean side of the map. Quickly gonna give you guys some hidden places where you can either use your as cover for, or get the enemy off guard. One position is right here. Also due to the fact that my nade spot is here, and you can get it straight onto Alpha. Another spot is in there on the Alpha trench, basically just behind this container, where you can just peek up and see people running from up there. Another good spot to hide in the Alpha Trench is behind this if the AOR from the US side. Basically just hiding here, waiting for the enemy just to pop around the corner. You get the takedown and then move up. And taking the next takedown there, and there. These towers is not a very good hiding spot because you can't really do much. If you're in your alone and the whole team's around you, you're either going to get RPG'd or you are a sitting duck. Because as soon as you peek your head out, you are going to get shot. And also another spot which you want to use is these containers over here. Using it to your advantage and getting a better height and getting a bit off guard due to the height advantage. And also when you are pushing the China side, these middle buildings are very important. Due to the fact because it's kind of like the central ground where you can see them from the right side from the statue or that building over there. Or you can easily rotate and do a fake plant like heading towards Alpha and then switching it up towards Bravo or towards Charlie. It depends on the situation. A fake plant is always a good thing. Well, not really always, but it will help in some situations. Another good area to defend is basically just behind this container on Charlie. You can do a bit of a hit glitch and see them peeking up there. They can barely see you, so remember that. So it's nice areas to see if they run through there or if they peek from there as well. And also then in this building itself with the glasses, you can use it as better cover. Try keeping the windows up until you have to shoot. Keep not against the windows completely because that gives them more body to shoot at. Stay a bit away of the building so you can at least see through the windows better. And they can barely see you as well. And also make use of these side windows because it will help you a lot when people are trying to flank you or you are lost when trying to survive. And getting a few picks when people try to push you as well. And also a very common spot that people love to go from the side of these little boxes here. Hiding between basically a both side cover. But you can get easily taken down from up there. Or if they get on the cover from that side. Basically up here. Also just popping a nade in between there. It's not going to help you much. But it will basically provide a last solution cover. And then another place people love to hide is in this middle container over here. Having a bit of a high ground. You can see more. And basically covered from the bottom as well. And that covers about everything. I hope this video was very informative for you guys. Like I said, I will post a link of my nade spots for this map. It will help a lot, so please guys do check that out. And remember, a like and a subscribe helps me a lot. And as always, thank you so much.